Hello everyone, this is MVJ, your inner strength relationship and individual coach, using African philosophy and Western psychology to help you to live life more abundantly. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Once again, we have a great blogcast on our hands. And this one is not going to be very long, but we're going to talk about ways that you can increase your self-esteem and using that to propel you forward in meeting your goals. So what is self-esteem? Well, first of all, we have to look at the definition of the word self. It's the individual, simply put. It is who you are as a person. What do you think about yourself? What are some of your self-concepts? If you were to step back and to look in the mirror and then take a look at who you are as a person, what are some of the things that you see? Self-esteem is one of those critical things that we look at from time to time, or sometimes we just don't give enough acknowledgement to it. But this is the thing that really helps us to guide us forward into achieving the goals and the successes that we want to have in our lives. So in order to have that really good high self-esteem, we first have to understand who we are as a person. What are some of our strengths? What are the things that we are good at? What are some of the things that we tend to be challenged with? If we start to understand these things, then we can begin to move forward in compromising or putting together a good plan for us to meet the goals that we have in our minds and have envisioned for our own selves. Henry Ford once said, "Before everything else, getting ready is the secret to success." So one of the things that we have to really understand is the getting ready part. The getting ready part is to write down your goals, your short-term and your long-term goals, and being apt to put those things into practice. Making small successes is one of the major things about accomplishing our goals. We're not going to accomplish everything 100% all the time. There has to be times when we can celebrate the little small successes in our lives. Number 3, we want to generate an action plan. So how are we planning on putting those goals into practice? So the first thing that we have to do, we can't just look at the goals and then hope that they will come true some kind of magical way. What we have to do is put those goals into practice, making small successes forward into the direction that we want for our lives in meeting our expectations and our goals. Number 4, we want to work on meeting with people who have like minds. So this is one of the major things that I think is very helpful, is working with people who are moving in the same direction that you are. Someone that has been successful in their path and that can reach back and help you to be successful in your path. What are some of the things that he or she has learned along the journey? What are some of the things that you can learn from this person? What can you put into practice, some of the things that you've gained from their own past successes and some of their challenges that they've experienced in their lives? What are the things that you can learn from their failures? What are some of the things that you can learn from their successes? Number 5, you want to be a student of life. So life is ever evolving. We are not the same people that we were 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even yesterday. Our life continues to evolve. So therefore, we have to evolve also. A person that gets stuck or complacent is the one that usually gets left behind. We don't want to be in that particular case. We want to be the person that is evolved, that is changing, that is ever new, that is creative, that is putting forth our best efforts every single day. The reasons why a lot of businesses failed is because they refuse to evolve. No one is exempt from this evolution that happens in the world. Either you get left behind or you keep cognizant of the changes that are happening around you. We want to be the type of person that learns from our mistakes and that can move forward into gaining greater knowledge and wisdom in those mistakes and begin to turn those around and put forth good energy back into the world. What are some of the current trends in your field? What are the new technologies? What are some of the things that you can gain to help you to propel your business or your ideas forward? What are some of the things that you can do to try to learn from the ever evolving world around us? Okay, let's go ahead and quickly recap here. Number one, we want to understand the self, who we are as a person, understanding all of our challenges and all of our strengths. Number two, we want to get ready by writing down our short and long-term goals. Number three, we want to generate a great action plan. We want to put those goals into action. Number four, and I think this is very important, we want to be around like-minded people. We want to know some of the things that they were successful at, some of the things that were a challenge to them and how they made it over. Number five, and this is something that we all should take into account, is that we want to be a student of life. We want to understand that the world around us evolves and changes, and we want to adapt and be part of that evolution. We don't want to be left behind. All right, that's going to do it for us today. This is our very short blog. Be sure to tune in next time as we begin to dive into the psyche of the mind and discover ways that we can be able to better ourselves in our relationships and individually as a person. Once again, this is MBJ, your inner strength relationship and individual coach, using Western psychology and African philosophy to help you to live life more abundantly. Please go to my website and check it out. There's a lot of good products on there. Go to www.montrieljamari.com and you can learn more about myself, and you can see a lot of the island there, Omofagano Island, if you get a chance. And also there's some very cool web blogs there also. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in once again, and I really appreciate all of your likes and your comments. And please, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down at the bottom there, and then I'll be sure to try to get back to you and try to answer some of those questions. If you know someone that may benefit from this blogcast, go ahead and share it, because the idea here is we want to help as many people as we can. This is part of that Uhusani Watu. This is the big village, the greater good. Until we meet next time, my friend, be good and be well.